Rebecca, and I am a member of the band Kiss Kiss, and I play violin. My violin is actually a very, very inexpensive, just student model violin, because if you see any of our shows, you know that we just go crazy on stage, and I played like maybe 3 shows with my good violin and decided to nix that because my violin broke. The band actually broke one of my violins once, so the thing that I'm really, really happy about that makes my sound what it is the Violin Pickup that I use and the Violin D.I, which is this thing right here. It's an acoustic D.I that I run straight to the PA, and then I go through all these different pedals to my violin, and I use an Violin Pickup on my violin as well. And it's just fantastic because when you amplify a violin, you get a lot of like the overtones kind of just take over, and you get that really, really tinny sound. Whereas this kind of like warms up the sound of the instrument and blends it in a little bit better. It makes it not quite so screechy. And I've stayed with an acoustic violin the whole time because I just generally like the sound of an acoustic better, and the whole band does, than an electric violin, which kind of like evens out the whole tone too much. It's almost like a sine wave instead of a violin, you know? I've seen other acoustic instruments use it. It's just made for, I think, any acoustic instrument that you're trying to amplify, run through a PA, or an amp, because I have an amp as well as backup. But it really, I've noticed it is a staple of a lot of gigging string players that cross over into rock and jazz and any genre other than classical. I've seen a lot of people using it. So, and I started off with one of the ones where I don't know if you've ever seen it. It has just like a little metal clip that you stick into the side of the bridge of the violin. It's just a little piece of metal that actually sticks in and picks up like the vibrations of the bridge. You know, because the sound of the violin comes up through the sound post to the bridge. Whereas my pickup is the entire bridge came from Violin. The bridge, and it's wired to a 1/4-inch jack. And the beauty of it is that it picks up the frequencies equally from all 4 strings, whereas the one where it's a little piece of metal that you put on one side, kind of just, it's lopsided, you know? You don't get an even tone, and that's ultimately why I went with this one. It's great.